you're looking for a wife. You're not looking to be a wife.
Okay, explain.
Because automatically, one child is selfish. You want one kid so you can go have fun.
Hi, Kevin.
Hello, how are you?
Fine. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
I am 31.
And your first name?
First name is Crystal.
So we're here for an answer to a question or for the virtual matchmaking thing.
We are here for virtual matchmaking.
Okay. Are
And
you
that's part.
single? Single meaning unmarried?
Yes, I'm single.
Any children?
I do not.
All right. Why do you want to get married then?
You know what? I feel like right now where I am in life, I've reached my highest peak, I guess you could say, as a female by myself. So I'm looking for a companion to go to the next level.
Okay.
So, yeah.
A companion to go to the next level, like a ladder?
You know what? It could be like a ladder.
Okay. I mean, did you go to college?
I went to community college. I ended up being a paramedic. I did that for 8 years. And now I'm actually in corporate. I work in trucking.
Okay. So when you say you reached the highest level,
I put it this way: where I am in life, I'm making a good amount of money. I'm taking care of myself, but I feel like it's too much on my plate at some point to
okay.
be able to do everything on my own. It's almost like
What state do you live in?
I'm in Houston, Texas.
Do you want any children?
I do.
How many would you like to have after you're married?
One, definitely one. Two, possibly, but no more than two.
One.
And I'm okay with one. You know why, Kevin? Because I want to do a lot. I want to travel. My plan is that I do want to take my children with me when I travel.
Oh, you're that chick.
That gets expensive with too many kids.
You're that chick.
And then probably at my age, everybody has kids. So, I mean, hey, he probably already has one. So
You looking for a wife. You're not looking for
I'm
a
looking
wife.
for a wife. Why is that?
You're looking for a wife. You're not looking to be a wife.
Okay, explain.
Because automatically, one child is selfish. You want one kid so you can go have fun. See,
Go ahead.
women who are looking to really get married and build a family is multiple children. I'm an only child, and I will often say that that's a horrible thing to do to a kid. People need siblings. You want one child because it's easier on you.
I don't disagree.
That's selfish.
But as I was saying,
There's no but.
Okay, well,
There's no but. I mean, so you asked me why I said you're that chick. You're the chick that is I'm making money, I'm this and that, and now I feel like I need something to take to the next step. But as a wife, what is a woman's role on are you a Christian?
I would consider myself spiritually.
All right, cool. What's the purpose of a wife then?
Well, where I am now, right? You stated with me making money. Yes, I'm making a good amount of money. However,
what's the purpose of a wife?
Purpose of a wife is to support my husband, take care of a family.
Oh, okay, but a family is not one kid. A family is not one kid, and everything you talked about marriage is having the next phase of fun life. I want to travel. I want to do this. Versus, I want to be able to have children and support my husband so we can do that. That's why I said you're looking for a wife.
Well,
I mean, I'm just telling you what I see. You don't. I mean, you're free to disagree, but I talk to women every day.
I understand.
So one child is generally because one is easier for me, but 2 or 3 kids, that means I got to dedicate more time to them. I got to give up me time. I'm going to give up my body. I'm not going to have enough money for that. I can do what I want to do. One child is almost like a pet.
If he has a child already, does that not make 2 or 3? And I said I was open to 2. I know for sure I would like 1, but I would be open.
But what I'm saying is, I'm just telling you, from what I hear from most, your mindset is about you. And that's okay. But it's about you. But selfish relationships don't work.
You're absolutely correct.
All right. So you're saying he could have a kid. You mean you'd be open to being a stepmother before having another biological child?
I would prefer to have a biological child, but I'm open if he does have
Okay.
a kid. That doesn't bother me.
Okay. And so you don't mind dealing with his baby mama?
If it's not any drama, no, sir, I don't.
Well, you don't mind dealing with a kid who don't have to listen to you because they got a mama. It's not smart to deal with
Mm,
kids. Have you ever dated anybody with children?
yes, sir, I have actually.
Seriously dated them where you
Like,
met their children?
well, a little bit of history about me. I was married and I had a stepson.
The, so the answer is yes?
Yes.
And that was a preferable situation?
It wasn't preferable, no.
Then thank you. So if you've already done it, that makes no sense to go back to it. Why only one kid? Or
I,
possibly two?
I would like only one kid, possibly two, because like I said, how I would like to raise my family is I would like to have them. I want to travel. Now let me say this. The reason why I want to travel, especially with children, is because I want to show them that there's more to the world than where we are. And especially where I'm from, a lot of people don't make it out. A lot of people stay in their hometown. So I grew up going on family vacations every year, right? My mom
Uh-huh.
showed me around the world, showed me places, and always want us to know that there's more than where we're from.
Okay, all right.
It's expensive with more
Hold on.
than
Oh, hold on. You said your mom. Where's your dad?
with my mom.
You said,
They're, they've always been, right?
but you said my mom took me around. You said my dad or my family.
My family, my
But
mother and father.
you said my mom.
My mom and my dad, my family.
That means Freudian slips mean stuff, man. My mom.
My parents.
My mom. So okay, fine. You want to travel? So you want to travel domestically, internationally, or both?
I would prefer internationally.
All right. You in trucking?
Yes, I work in a corporate office.
All right. So what percentage of the overall family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime after you're married?
No more than 40%.
All right. So how much is it going to cost to have a family of one kid and you and be able to do this traveling and all this other stuff? And be able to get a kid a car, pay for college if necessary. How much are you going to need for a family income?
If we had a household of 100,000, especially living in Texas where we're from, it could be possible.
100,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
I lived in Texas for 12 years. You ain't gonna do any much international travel on that. That's just getting by. That's $50,000 a person, man. That ain't a whole lot of money in Texas. That ain't no college fund. I lived in Houston and Dallas, so it's not a lot.
oh well, how much would you think that I should?
Well, ma'am. Okay, first off, I'm gonna just tell you, all you ladies, what I think about this traveling shit. Black women in particular, it seem like y'all are more worried about doing stuff than being stuff. I don't care if you travel. I don't care that you would be able to teach your children multiple languages and enroll them in math academy and actually grow other than that they actually go see something. Focus on the financial education and entrepreneurship when they're younger. But it's like our women today, just like y'all want to. It's almost like you want to live these visual lives that sound good. I want to travel and this and that. It's not the purpose. Your purpose is to raise a kid and raise up a sturdy root.
You're
Let's
right.
build us a foundation. And a family is not one person. A family is multiple children.
Mm-hmm.
So my point is, many of our women have a masculine mindset.
You're right. I do not agree with that. I mean, I do not disagree with that. And I can honestly say for me, that kind of is part of my issue, is that I tend to do have a masculine mindset. And the reason why I feel is because me being by myself for so long, it's almost like you have Because you don't have anybody looking out for
You
you.
don't have to have. You choose everything. You choose what you want to. Masculine mindsets are built out of fear, scarcity, and lack. You live in Texas. 54% of black men are single and childless. 61% in the middle class. There are plenty of men to pick from.
Mm.
So miss me with all that.
Oh,
So
okay.
y'all in this masculine mindset because you like being in charge. So the first thing you came through when you said I don't want kids, I said you're looking for a wife because you come across like a man, masculine. It's
Well,
not. It's not I'm trying to be rude, man. But when that's okay, you want to have one kid, that's fine. But most women, most mothers, the nurturing instinct has been removed from a lot of our women to where becoming a mother, due respect,
mm-hmm.
is like a show or an afterthought. Now, and most women, most of our women are more concerned with how the kids look and what the kids do than who the kids are.
Mm. You're right.
So
Balance.
I'm gonna be honest. The kind of men that I'm kind of looking for to build on this show, they're not really looking for masculine mindset women.
Exactly. And I'm not trying to be a masculine mindset.
Well,
I'm not trying to have.
but okay, I get it. But um, matching you with men who are the kind of guys I'm looking for, you guys wouldn't really be a good match.
Off of one question, you determine that.
If you said
What?
you admit, okay, ma'am, did you not agree that you have more of a masculine mind frame?
Yeah, I did. I did.
That
Certain
alone,
aspects of it.
that alone is a deal breaker.
Okay, so what do you suggest for
Ma'am,
some?
it's not, okay, first off, I need you to understand, it's not personal. It'll be no different than if I sat down with a man who was feminine or beta. And I would say, you're not really ready to be a provider or a masculine provider or a husband. Would you go spend $10,000 minimum on a matchmaker, cash, to get 8 to 10 matches with men who are ready to marry? If they told you they're looking for women who are feminine, more traditional, looking for wives, would you go spend $10,000 on a matchmaker to get 8 to 10 matches to go on 8 to 10 dates to see where they go? No refunds.
No, I wouldn't. But
Then
I
stop
will.
right there. Then stop right there.
Oh,
That's what this is. If you wouldn't spend $10,000, you wouldn't do it because you don't think you'd get the outcome. That's all it is. You wouldn't get the outcome. It's not because you're not a nice person or the agency didn't do its job. It's
mm,
just if a man, people who go to matchmaking agencies are serious about matching,
right,
and they're going to have somebody who's looking to match with them.
right.
Okay, so if the men aren't looking for masculine women
So,
or
but
women who,
you say masculine, right? And like I told you, I have a masculine mindset. So I guess
mm-hmm.
like my question is, when you come to masculine mindset, exactly what are you talking about when it comes to that? Because I know when I say masculine mindset, I'm more so of like I'm able to make decisions. If that makes sense.
No,
I'm able to do what it is that I want.
hardened. Hardened. Man, I don't want this to go off the rails, but
It's not
feminine, beautiful, inspirational. Would you consider yourself to be a very feminine woman?
very feminine, probably not.
Okay, then that's a deal breaker. I said this in my lead up to this thing. My monikers on this show are men need to be confident, intelligent, and assertive. Women need to be feminine, beautiful, inspirational. If you're not a feminine woman, that's a deal breaker for wife. Because if you're not a feminine woman, that means you're more masculine. Then you're going to repel a masculine. Feminine women are attractive to masculine men. Masculine women are more attractive to effeminate or beta males. I'm not dealing with guys like that.
Right. And I definitely don't deal with beta males. But okay.
But if you're a masculine woman, that's how you can attract. Because masculine men won't deal with you.
But I guess what I'm asking, Kevin, is like when you say masculine, like explain what characteristics you're talking about that
Well,
are
you tell me why you're not feminine.
because
Instead of asking me to tell you, you know you're not a very feminine woman.
Because I told you when it comes to my mindset, like I'm able to make.
Okay, well then, no, no, no. That being feminine does not mean you're not decisive. That's bullshit. There are some very feminine women who are extremely decisive. You know, masculine has to do with a level of strength and hardness. Do you wear dresses?
I do.
How often?
Very often,
How often? How often do you wear heels?
almost every day at work.
When was the last time you? When was the last time you had a relationship?
Oh, oof. Serious relationship? Like you talking more than a year or what?
Yep.
More than a year? Probably it's been 4 years since that.
Anti-feminine, right there. Feminine women require masculine male presence in their life.
Uh,
When don't. I mean, you already asked, and you see when I start
four,
saying something, when I say something, then you want to dispute it. See, that's masculine. Okay? When you're in your last relationship, when you got your feelings hurt, did you cry
I did.
in front of him?
I did.
Okay. So, if you do you write love letters?
I do. Kevin, I'm not heartless. Yes.
I'm not asking, man. I
Hold
don't know
on.
you,
Hold on.
man. Look, I don't. Okay, the fact that I'm even having to go back and forth with you like this is masculine.
Well, did I guess you're right?
I know I'm right, and you would be better off just saying, "Huh, he's reading what I am," because women who are feminine are not as disagreeable or confrontational. Well, tell me why, or this or that. What is it you seeing? That's masculine.
Well, we have had it all. That was Kevin Samuels speaking or chatting or having a conversation with a 31-year-old modern woman. Now, a lot of things can be learned from their chat. A lot of things can also be heard that are worth commenting on or are worth having a reaction to. You know, one of the key aspects at the beginning we see is that this modern woman, first of all, is willing to get married, number one, which is a positive thing, though it's quite getting late. Her being 31, guys, 31 years old is a danger zone, or it's a dangerous age. That's when you're expected to have a child, that's when you're expected to be married, and that's something Kevin Samuels always preaches. Always make sure you get married. At least by 31, you should be having at least 2 children. Well, in this case, this modern woman aims at getting married. Well, she's 31 years old. It's not far too late. Why? It's late then. However, when asked a question on children, the number of children she wants to have, she went ahead and said she prefers to have one child. With her reasons being she wants to travel, she wants to have enough time for herself, and that alone made Kevin Samuels a little more agitated and angry. Having many children in America is quite problematic. Children come with a huge burden of taking care of them, taking them to college, medical, name it all, and in fact, even travel itself. At this particular point, I wanted to side with the woman. Having one child in America is great because you will have time for them. You will have time for her or him. You maybe choose a better school for him or better school for her. That's if you have one child. And the costs are a little bit manageable. But again, Kevin also has a very good point. It's difficult to grow up as a lonely child. It's very difficult. Sometimes you are not social enough because you didn't grow up with someone to grow up with. And here, I'm trying to side with her. At the same time, I'm trying my best to side with Kevin Samuels. Growing up with growing up lonely as a single child is very difficult. I don't know how to balance this, but I have a feeling Kevin Samuels comes out with a logical answer by saying that a family needs to have at least 2 children or 3 children so that a child can grow up with a sibling. A child can be social with her siblings and with the society because a lonely child may grow up with huge concerns growing up socially, psychological, and many others. So I want to side with Kevin Samuels, much as it's difficult to side with him when it comes to the financial bit, because children are a burden when it comes to finances, and especially if you don't have enough money to take care of them and give them the good life, travel. And she came up with good examples of good reasons as to why she wanted to have one child, much as she said she's willing to at least have two max, but at least have a child, which is positive. I don't want to squeeze her over that, much as Kevin went on and milked it. On that point, I would really like to hear your concerns. I would really like to hear your thoughts about that part. Because I'm a little with Kevin Samuels and at the same time with the woman. Yes, I would like to hear your concerns on that point, guys. Going to the fact that she's masculine, there are some key points that made Kevin Samuels to come out and make a big pronouncement on the woman by calling her masculine. It's a big concern. By the time when a man calls you as a woman, if a woman listening to this video or watching this video, if a man comes out and says you're being masculine, you shouldn't be proud of yourself. It's a concern, or it's a statement that should stick with you and have a close conversation with yourself. Why is the man calling you masculine? There are many reasons why men are calling women masculine. Maybe, and this is by the way common in the Western world. Yes, it's common in the Western world and not in the East. With the promotion of feminism happening for a few hundred years, femininity has been disappearing from the Western society, being replaced by masculinity. And men are becoming less masculine. Coyness, shame, manners, keeping slim, delicateness. These are some of the things most girls are not being taught anymore. When a girl was growing up, they were taught to be neat, to be slender, to be, those small things that were being taught to the girl child. Those things are never taught to the girl child these days. They are taught to wake up early in the morning, work, compete with the men, be equal. It's no longer the coyness, the cuteness, that humbleness of a girl is no longer taught to the women these days. Those small manners that made women feminine are no longer taught to women these days. I don't know who to blame. Should I blame the government? Should I blame the society? Should I blame the government? I don't know whom to blame. But it's no longer taught to the women. And if you're a woman out there, it's important to teach these same things I'm talking about to your girl child today. If you want to preserve the feminism or femininity in your child. I think these are some of the things we need all to learn from this video. It's important to teach the child the core of feminism, the core manners, the behaviors of a girl. And this is what Kevin Samuels always asks the women. Were you taught to be a woman? Were you taught to be a wife? These are some of the small questions that I always hear Kevin Samuels asking the women, and always having answers that always make Kevin have weird reactions to them. Anyway, instead, women these days are being brainwashed by liberals who think that women and men are equal, which is impossible, and that girls should chase the distraction dream of becoming a successful professional, and that's what is being told our girls today. You get? Be a good professional, be a good lawyer, be a good teacher, and being a good teacher may require you to study more, or it takes much of your time to study being a good teacher, being a good lawyer. It takes more of you than even you concentrating on the children, and that alone is degrading our society. And it's common in the West, not in the East, by the way. In Japan and Russia, I think Japan, Russia, you will see that they do not destroy their women. In fact, they are much more caring and conservative and better mothers and wives now. This is most likely done by the social design of their governments. Since they have been working publicly, and privately to destroy gender norms. It is also due to the fact that the two countries, let's say Japan and Russia, the Western world hasn't influenced them so much. If you look at Russia itself and America now, you can tell that Russia is being Russia. Japan is being Russia. Japan is being Japan. A little impact of the Western world is going to Japan. They do their things, they eat their way, everything is their way. And that alone has helped those countries stand firm and keep the values of the girl child as a girl and a man as a man. Now, the core part has been the masculinity in women. And when you listen to what I've been talking about, I really don't want to blame this woman. Much as there is certain blame you can give her growing up, but deep down, the core as to why this woman is masculine, I don't want to blame her. I really want to blame society, the country, the norms, the behaviors that are currently being practiced in the US. In the US, it's all about competition. It's capitalism. It's all about competition. Waking up hard, work hard, and be better. If you don't work hard, you won't be better, regardless whether you're a man or woman. And that alone is degrading the culture of the society. People are now competing with each other. It's no longer about having a girl grow up as a girl. And that's why women like her are increasing in the US. Women like her are not just increasing, but they're also giving birth to women like her. So a child grows up from nursery or from baby, from those preparatory stages, being competitive in sports, in class, and that's really dangerous. And women like her are going to continue cropping up, and we have nothing to do about it. Well, that's my submission to that. I don't know whether I was in total agreement with Kevin Samuels. I don't know. But that's my understanding to things. I would like to listen to what your thoughts are. What are your thoughts about this video? What are your thoughts about my submission? Well, if you have your concerns, please leave your thoughts in the comment section. I'd like to read them out next time, or I will also read them out in my free time, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for doing everything possible to have our channel up there. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Thank you, Kevin Samuels, for the information you left us, because we're learning a lot from your information. Have a nice time. See you.